I'm Hilde Weber.
And I'm Evelyn Elliott.
Join us as we undertake a journey to find out everything you wanted to know about real estate in the greater Seattle area. Home buyers often want to know how the loan process works. To get the answers, we talked to Michael Press, a mortgage loan officer with Homestreet Bank in Seattle. Michael, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
What are the first steps somebody interested in buying a home should take?
Well, the first step they should take is get connected with their lender and submit an application. And that application would include details about background information, past addresses, employment, information about your assets. And the loan officer will do an analysis to determine what options are available to you in terms of programs, interest rates, and down payment options. So that's the first step, is get connected with your lender and submit an application so they can begin their analysis.
How do you qualify somebody for a loan?
It's all about an analysis of the borrower's financial history, their credit history, and lining that up with a plan that fits their budget in terms of monthly payments and how much money they have for down payment. So it's just a process of step-by-step looking at all aspects of the borrower's financial picture and finding the best loan product that meets their needs and doing it in a way that's efficient and organized.
Approximately how long does this process take?
For pre-approvals, the process shouldn't take that long. It depends on the situation. Usually we try and do them quickly, within 24 to 48 hours in most cases. Sometimes we'll go ahead and do an underwrite up front in certain situations. That does take a little bit longer, but we try and speed up the process as much as possible because we realize that people are looking to get offers in and homes are going to fly if they're listed.
Once the offer has been accepted, what's the next step?
Well, the next steps after an offer is accepted is, number one, I'll congratulate the buyer on passing a major milestone towards closing. And the next thing that we'll do is prepare the loan file for submission to underwriting, and we begin our full process of checking the title, ordering an appraisal, and confirming insurance, and just filling in a lot of details that go along with the underwriting process. And we then move the loan towards closing as quickly as possible once we've received full underwriting approval. And from there, loan documents are prepared and sent to escrow for closing.
Once somebody has locked in on a rate and the rate changes, can you relock?
In some cases you can. It depends on how much the rate has changed and if it's going to be a benefit to go through that process, because there are going to be some ground rules to a relock at any institution. So it would be something that we would discuss with our borrower, and if there's any opportunity to get them a lower rate, we're going to go ahead and try that.
Michael, how long does it take to process a loan?
Well, Evelyn, the process normally takes about 30 days. Sometimes less. We get lucky. We're able to push a loan file through quickly, especially if it's well put together and we have all of our documents up front and there's no concerns or anything that might stop us in our tracks. Other times it can take a bit longer. It also depends on the loan program that's been selected. But the average turnaround time is 30 days, and we do try and close faster than that at any time, any opportunity we have.
What happens during an appraisal, and also what happens if the appraisal numbers come back lower than what somebody offered on a house?
Well, that's a good question. What's going to happen is a lender is going to select a local appraiser based on a rotation, and it's going to be a fair and balanced system. And that appraiser is going to go out and do a visual inspection of the property. They're going to take pictures, and they're going to draw up a report that compares that property to others like it that have sold recently and come up with the value. And if that value is lower than the contract price, then it would be up to the buyer and seller to sit down as a first step and discuss a possible renegotiation. And usually that is able to happen. Sometimes for certain reasons it can't. But the borrower always has the option to cover the difference at closing between the appraisal and the contract price, but we like to exhaust all options before that happens.
Michael, what happens during the underwriting process?
Well, Evelyn, as I may have touched on earlier, it is a pretty intensive process, especially in this current market where an underwriter is going to dive into all the details of your income documents, your asset information, the appraisal, the title work, and they're going to look at every angle of the loan file to make sure it meets guidelines. And basically they should be going in line with what the loan officer has put together. And at the end, they issue their approval, and in the event that there is a concern or a problem, the underwriter will work with the loan officer to find a plan to make the loan work, and then we go ahead and get to closing.
Any advice for would-be homeowners?
My best advice is to be proactive. Don't wait. Get pre-approved early so that in the event there is something about your profile that needs a little attention or a little work, something on your credit report, something regarding your job or income, it's always good to get an early start, work with a loan officer to get a plan, and also connect with your real estate agent to make sure that they are aware of your plans, and when the time is right, go out there and you find a home.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.